The 9mm pistol market has hit a ceiling. 2026 is about to prove you completely wrong. Manufacturers are dropping modular chassis systems, factory-compensated slides, and optics-ready everything, and I've narrowed it down to the 10 hottest new 9mm pistols actually worth your money this year. Before we get into it, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell, because this channel breaks down every major gun release the moment it hits the shelves. Let's get into the list. Number 10. Ruger RXM. Kicking things off at number 10 is the Ruger RXM, and this collaboration between Ruger and Magpul is one of the smartest moves in the industry this year. Priced at just $399 with Glock Gen 3 compatibility built right in, this pistol accepts a massive range of existing aftermarket barrels, sights, and magazines. The frame comes from Magpul's design team, so the ergonomics and texture are noticeably better than a standard polymer frame at this price point. Capacity comes in at 15+1, and the barrel measures right around 4 inches on the standard model. Ruger is already expanding this lineup into full-size and threaded barrel variants, so this could become one of the most versatile platforms on the market. What really sets this pistol apart is the sheer scale of the existing Glock aftermarket now available for a brand new gun. You're not locked into proprietary parts or waiting years for holster makers to catch up, because most Gen 3 pattern holsters, magazines, and even competition parts already fit right out of the box. The trigger has a clean, predictable break for a striker-fired pistol at this price, and the slide serrations are aggressive enough to grip confidently, even with sweaty or gloved hands. For anyone building a first-time budget setup, or even a backup pistol that shares parts with an existing collection, the RXM removes almost every excuse not to buy in. Beyond the aftermarket compatibility, the actual shooting experience feels far more refined than the price tag suggests, with a smooth recoil impulse and sights that track quickly back onto target between shots. Magpul's involvement goes beyond just the grip texture, since the internal geometry of the frame was clearly engineered around real-world hand positioning, rather than simply copying an existing design. Make sure you smash that like button if budget-friendly picks like this one belong on your radar. Number 9. Kimber CDS9 Classic. At number 9 is the Kimber CDS9 Classic, the newest addition to Kimber's covert double-stack line. This pistol comes in at $795 and gives you a choice between a 13+1 or 15+1 magazine, both with pinky support for a full firing grip. It ships standard with tritium night sights, and you can choose an optics-ready slide cut if you want a red dot mounted directly out of the box. The fully ambidextrous controls and flat-face trigger make this one of the most refined single-action carry pistols released this year. If precision, fit and finish matter to you as much as function, this is a serious contender. Kimber has spent decades building a reputation around tight tolerances and premium fit, largely known through their 1911 lineup, and that same attention to detail clearly carried over into this double-stack 9mm. The slide-to-frame fit feels noticeably tighter than most striker-fired competitors, which contributes to a more consistent point of aim, shot after shot. The single-action trigger breaks cleanly, with almost no creep, giving you a level of precision usually reserved for guns costing significantly more. Available finishes include stainless steel and black, so you can match the pistol to your personal style without sacrificing any of the functional upgrades. For shooters coming from a 1911 background who want a modern capacity option without giving up that classic single-action feel, this might be the most natural transition on the entire list. Beyond the trigger and fit, the overall carry weight strikes a nice balance between all-day comfort and the confidence that comes from a substantial, well-built pistol in hand. Number 8. FN309 MRD. Coming in at number 8 is the FN309 MRD, and this is one of the most talked-about entry-level releases of the year. FN built this pistol specifically for newer shooters, and it shows in every detail. Priced around $549, with a 10+1 magazine capacity, this pistol features a 25% lower charging effort compared to a standard slide, which makes racking the gun dramatically easier for anyone with less hand strength. It's also optics-ready with a no-plate cut, so your red dot mounts directly to the slide without adding bulk or height. For the price, this is one of the best-built beginner pistols to hit shelves this year. What makes this pistol stand out isn't just the lower charging effort, it's how FN approached the entire design around actually removing barriers for new shooters. The grip texture is aggressive enough for control, but not so sharp that it becomes uncomfortable for extended range sessions, which matters a lot for someone still building trigger time and confidence. FN also carried over decades of experience building duty and military-grade firearms into a platform priced for the average first-time buyer, which is a combination you don't see very often. The magazine release and slide stop are positioned intuitively, reducing the learning curve for someone who has never handled a striker-fired pistol before. If you're shopping for a first gun, or buying one as a gift for someone just getting into shooting, this is one of the safest recommendations on the entire list. Number 7. Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS. At number 7, we have the Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS. And yes, it's still one of the hottest 9mm pistols on the planet, heading into 2026. Priced around $620, with a 4-inch barrel and 15+1 capacity, the Glock 19 remains the gold standard that every other compact 9mm gets measured against. The MOS cut lets you mount a red dot directly to the slide, and the sheer volume of aftermarket parts available for this platform is unmatched by nearly anything else in this list. It might not be flashy or new in concept, but Glock's reliability track record keeps this pistol relevant year after year. If you want a proven, boring in the best way workhorse, this is still one of the smartest buys out there. There's a reason law enforcement agencies, militaries, and competitive shooters around the world keep coming back to this exact platform, generation after generation. The Gen 5 update brought a flared magazine well, an ambidextrous slide-stop lever, and a NDLC finish that resists corrosion far better than older generations. Because the design has barely changed in decades, holster compatibility is basically universal, meaning you will never struggle to find gear for this pistol, no matter where you shop. Recoil is mild and predictable for the size, which makes it an excellent option for shooters who want to build fundamentals without fighting a snappy or unpredictable gun. If you already own other Glocks, the muscle memory transfers instantly, which is a massive advantage for anyone training seriously. Beyond the platform's own reputation, the sheer volume of certified instructors, training courses, and competition divisions built specifically around Glock pistols means you're never short on resources to actually improve as a shooter. Replacement parts are so widely available that even a worn or damaged component can usually be swapped in minutes without shipping the gun off anywhere. Number 6. Springfield Echelon Compact. Sliding into number 6 is the Springfield Echelon Compact, and this pistol checks nearly every box a modern shooter could want. It comes with a genuinely restyled grip frame rather than just a shortened slide bolted onto the standard Echelon, which massively improves the overall hand feel. Capacity lands around 15+1, with a barrel length just under 4 inches, giving you a great balance between concealability and shootability. The variable interface system lets you mount almost any red dot on the market without needing separate optic plates. If you want full-size Echelon performance in a package that actually conceals well, this is one of the best crossover pistols released this year. Springfield clearly took feedback from the original full-size Echelon seriously, because this compact variant doesn't feel like an afterthought bolted onto an existing frame. The texture pattern on the grip is more aggressive in key contact points, which helps retention without turning uncomfortable during a full day of carry. Because it shares the same modular chassis system as the full-size model, you can move the serialized fire control unit between different grip modules if Springfield expands the lineup further down the road. The sights are genuinely usable out of the box, and the trigger has a short, positive reset that makes rapid follow-up shots feel natural rather than forced. For anyone who loved the full-size Echelon, but needed something a little more concealable for daily carry, this compact version solves that problem directly. The overall weight distribution feels noticeably more balanced in hand compared to some competitors, which translates into faster target reacquisition during rapid strings of fire. Springfield also carried over the excellent slide finish from the full-size model, which holds up well against holster wear and everyday carry abuse over time. The magazine release and slide stop are sized generously enough to manipulate quickly, even under stress, without feeling bulky enough to snag on clothing during the draw. Number 5. Smith & Wesson Shield X Carry Comp. Number 5 belongs to the Smith & Wesson Shield X Carry Comp, straight out of the Smith & Wesson custom shop. This pistol delivers 13 or 15 round capacity in a factory-compensated optics-ready platform, which is a huge deal for anyone who wants flatter recoil without doing custom gunsmithing work themselves. The barrel comes in around 3.1 inches, and the built-in compensation noticeably tames muzzle flip during rapid strings of fire. Smith & Wesson clearly listened to the custom pistol crowd and packaged everything into a factory option that doesn't require you to void a warranty to get compensated performance. If flatter shooting and faster follow-up shots matter to your setup, this pistol deserves serious consideration. Factory compensation has traditionally been reserved for custom shop builds costing well over $1,000. So having Smith & Wesson offer this straight from their own custom shop at a more approachable price point is a genuinely big deal for everyday shooters. The ports are positioned to redirect gas upward without adding noticeable muzzle blast toward your support hand, which is a common complaint with poorly designed compensators. Combined with the higher capacity magazines, this pistol gives you more rounds on target faster than a standard Shield Plus, without sacrificing the concealability that made the Shield lineup so popular in the first place. If you've been eyeing a compensated carry gun but didn't want to deal with custom gunsmithing wait times, this factory option removes that entire headache. The optics-ready slide is cut to work with the most popular red dot footprints on the market, so you won't be stuck hunting for a rare adapter plate just to get a sight mounted. Smith & Wesson also carried over the excellent grip texture from the standard Shield Plus lineup, meaning retention and control feel familiar even with the added compensation up top. Warranty coverage remains standard, despite the factory modifications, which is a genuine advantage over sending a pistol out to a third-party shop and losing that manufacturer backing entirely. Number 4. Canik MC9 Comp. At number 4 is the Canik MC9 Comp, an enhanced, integrally compensated version of the already popular meaty MC9 platform. This one ships with premium features and an included optic right out of the box, which is a massive value proposition compared to buying a red dot separately. Capacity sits at 15+1, and the integral compensation cut helps manage recoil impulse noticeably better than the standard MC9. For shooters who already loved the value of the original Mite MC9, this compensated version takes everything great about that platform and pushes it even further. If you want premium features without a premium price tag, Canik continues to be one of the smartest brands to watch in 2026. This compensated version keeps the same excellent trigger that made the original Mite MC9 famous, breaking cleanly and resetting short enough for genuinely fast strings of fire. Canik also carried over the aggressive but comfortable grip texture that has become something of a signature across their entire lineup, giving you solid retention without tearing up your hands during extended range sessions. Bundling the optic directly with the pistol removes one of the biggest hidden costs shooters run into when building out a modern carry gun, since a quality red dot alone can often cost nearly as much as the pistol itself. For shooters who want compensated performance and optics-ready capability without stacking up separate purchases, this package deal is genuinely hard to beat. Canik's factory optic mounting system is designed to hold zero reliably even after extended range sessions, which is a common concern shooters have when moving to a new red dot setup for the first time. The integral compensation cut is machined directly into the slide rather than bolted on as an add-on part, which keeps the overall profile clean and holster-friendly despite the recoil-reducing benefits. Number 3. Smith & Wesson M&P M2.0 Competitor HD. Coming in at number 3 is the Smith & Wesson M&P M2.0 Competitor HD, and this one is built like a steel predator, tuned specifically for the stopwatch. Priced around $799, this pistol carries roughly 34.5 ounces of stainless steel mass, including the magazine well, which keeps recoil honest and predictable during rapid competition strings. The aggressive side, stippling and grippy front panel lock your hand firmly in place, and the overall balance is clearly built for serious competitive shooters rather than casual range days. If you're chasing better splits and tighter groups in USPSA or similar competition, this is one of the most purpose-built 9mm pistols released this year. The added weight isn't just for looks, it directly translates into flatter recoil impulse and faster recovery between shots, which is exactly what serious competitors are chasing when every fraction of a second counts on the clock. The magazine well funnel is generously sized, making reloads under pressure noticeably more forgiving than a standard polymer-framed pistol. Smith & Wesson's Performance Center clearly built this gun around real competitor feedback, rather than just slapping premium parts onto a standard frame. And it shows in how balanced the whole package feels in hand. If you're serious about stepping up your division game, or just want the most dialed-in 9mm platform money can buy for the range, this pistol belongs at the top of your list. The extended, tuned barrel improves accuracy at distance far beyond what a standard duty pistol can offer, giving serious competitors a genuine edge during precision-focused stages. Every control on this pistol, from the slide release to the magazine release, has been optimized specifically for speed, since Performance Center engineers built this platform alongside actual sponsored shooters, rather than relying purely on internal testing. Number 2. Staccato HD C4X. Almost at the top, number 2 belongs to the Staccato HD C4X, and this is the most talked about premium release of the entire year. Staccato, the company that actually owns the 2011 trademark, built this pistol in collaboration with an elite metropolitan law enforcement surveillance unit, and it shows in every detail of the design. This compensated 9mm features a one-piece barrel with an integrated compensator borrowed directly from the Staccato XC race gun lineage, delivering flatter recoil without sacrificing real-world concealability. The frame is machined from lightweight 70-75 aluminum, keeping the unloaded weight around 24.5 ounces despite the compensator up front. And the barrel comes in at a compact 4 inches. It ships standard with two 15-round magazines and features a 4 to 4.5 pound trigger pull, which is remarkably crisp for a compensated duty-style pistol. Pricing starts at $3,499 for the standard package, climbing to $3,699 for the preferred package with tritium night sights and a compact magwell, and $3,899 for the fully loaded premium package. That price tag alone has sparked heated debate among longtime Staccato fans, with plenty of shooters online calling it excessive compared to competitors like the SIG P211 GTO or the ZEV OZ9. Still, the build quality, the host optic mounting system, and the active firing pin block make a compelling case for anyone who wants the absolute best compensated carry platform money can buy, regardless of the sticker shock. Drop a comment telling me if you think this price tag is actually justified, or if Staccato has finally gone too far. Number 1. Taurus TX9. And at number 1, taking the crown for the hottest new 9mm release of the year, is the Taurus TX9. Taurus took their wildly successful TX22 rimfire platform and scaled it up into a full centerfire family, offering full-size, compact, and subcompact variants, all built on the same foundation. The full-size TX9 comes with a 4.5-inch barrel and a 17-round magazine, and the entire lineup uses a serialized fire control chassis, meaning you can customize and optimize the pistol for your exact hand and shooting style without touching the legal serialized part. It ships prepared for optics mounting with 4 different compatible plates covering most red dots on the market, plus forward and rear cocking serrations, ambidextrous slide releases, and a magazine release that swaps for right or left-handed shooters. Reviewers are already calling the trigger genuinely excellent for a factory pistol at this price point. If reliability, modularity, and a rock-solid trigger in one modern package is what you're after, the Taurus TX9 is the smartest new 9mm purchase you can make this year. Taurus took every lesson learned from years of building the TX22 rimfire platform, which developed a cult following for its reliability and trigger feel, and applied that same engineering philosophy to a genuine duty-grade centerfire pistol. The accessory rail on the dust cover accepts standard lights and lasers without any aftermarket adapters, and the bladed safety trigger adds a genuine layer of drop safety without adding any extra steps to your draw stroke. Because the entire family shares the same serialized fire control chassis across full-size, compact and subcompact frames, you could theoretically build out a matched set of carry and duty pistols using the exact same legal serialized part. So there you have it, the 10 hottest new 9mm pistols of 2026, covering everything from budget-friendly workhorses to full-blown competition machines. Whichever category matters most to you, there is something on this list built specifically for it. Before you go, I need you to do 3 things. First, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we cover every major new gun release the moment it drops, and you do not want to miss the next one. Second, smash that like button right now if this list helped you figure out your next purchase. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need this information. Third, drop a comment below telling me which pistol from this list you're most excited about, or which one you've already gotten your hands on. I read every single comment, and I want to hear from you. If you're serious about picking the right 9mm for your needs, check out the videos on your screen right now, where we go even deeper into optics, holsters, and ammunition for every gun on this list. And remember, always check your local laws, get proper training, and choose the pistol that actually fits your hand and your intended use best. See you in the next video.